Hello, hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures, and I'm back with you to finally finish off this little project of the Autumn Winter Altered book. I got all the pages decorated, as you saw in the last video, and today I'm going to put all the ephemera pieces that came out of the kit. I've got them mostly prepared. There's a little bit of decorations left to do on them, which I thought I could do on camera. But I just want to get this finished today because this is my last day of filming now before I go into hospital, although I will be scheduling this ahead. So by the time you see this video, I should be home and recovering. And then there'll be a few weeks before you see me again, when I hope to do my little face-to-face video to tell you how I'm getting on. Today I'm going to be doing the ephemera, the tags and bits and pieces to go in the pockets. And I've decided, I've been watching quite a few videos, and everybody seems to be getting into the mixed media for the new year. For some reason, it's a bit of a trend that seems to be developing, or at least everybody I've been watching have been doing some kind of mixed media. So I thought I'm going to change what I was planning to do today with these couple of little tags. It's just these two tags I was going to decorate, and I was just going to do them with some inks and a stencil. And I thought, no, I need to be braver and use a bit more of my mixed media stuff, because I have lots of it, and you have seen me using some of it when I was doing my fairy journal. And I thought, no, I'm going to do a bit more mixed media, try to incorporate a bit more of that into my work over the coming year. I'm always a little bit scared of mixed media. I don't know why. It's just one of those things I'm not very confident with. But I thought, well, I've just got these two little tags to decorate. Can't make them too dimensional, but I could spray and put paints on and make them look a bit more sparkly and pretty. And I've been particularly inspired by Alison at Crafty Alley Creates, who I've been seeing. She's working on the same kit, funnily enough, as I am, the Winter's Magic by Tailor-Made Journals. And she made some beautiful tags recently using some sparkly paint. So I thought, well, I'm going to be inspired by that and have a go, be a bit braver and do it myself. So that's what I'm going to start with today, to give them a chance to dry, and then we can get on with some of the other bits and pieces. So here are my tags. I'm just going to take these out. So I'm going to use a mixture of spray paints and sparkly paint that I've got. And I've got this drop paper that I used before. I was using this when I was doing my fairy journal, so I thought I'd bring it out again, add a bit more colour to it. So I'm going to start off with some sprays. This one is by Prima Marketing, and it's a colour bloom, and it's Fairy Pond is the colour, I think. Just says just add water. Oh, I think I've already done that, that's right. It comes as a little powder, and then you put the water in the bottle, I think. I can't even remember, but it doesn't need any water anyway. Anyways, there's enough in there. And I've just got to take out the little stopper here to make it work. So let's give this a go. It does spray in a bit of an arc. It's a bit strange, but I'm going to see if I can get it to just give it a little bit of coverage. And there is a bit of sparkle in this. Okay, that's enough of that. It's one of those things, when you start, you just want to cover everything, don't you, with spray. But I'm just going to limit myself to doing these two little tags. And right, so the other spray I've bought along, that I thought the colours were quite good in the kit. In fact, what I think I might do is just blot this a little bit before I add the next colour. Just got a little bit of tissue paper here, or I think it's the backing of a napkin. I'll blot it off a little bit. Whoops. And this one as well. I really don't know what I'm doing here, so I'm just making it up. But once it dries, it does have a little sparkle in it, which won't be very easy to see on camera. So, but it does actually have a little shine to it. And then this one is by Lindy's Stamp Gang, and it's a starburst spray. So, well, this might be the one that comes out in a bit of an arc shape, I'm not sure. One of them does. That one obviously didn't, that one sprayed nicely. So this might be the one that sprays a bit weird. And the colour of this one is Tiffany Lou Blue. Right, let's give this one a go. I'm going to wipe the nozzle a little bit. So yeah, so I've got, I'm sorry, so as I say, I'm filming this ahead, as I've been filming all of these altered book videos, just to make sure that the project gets finished before I go into hospital, and then it's done. So this should be it today, and I have to start, get myself ready and packing my little suitcase. It's like I'm going on holiday, isn't it? Except it won't feel like a holiday when I get there, I don't think. Okay, but enough about that. By the time you see this, it will all be over, and I'll be snuggled up at home watching endless YouTube videos, I expect, getting lots of inspiration for stuff I can't make for about 6 weeks, because that's how long I'll be in the sling. But yeah, is that the right top? Yeah. Okay. So, right, I might just get my heat gun out on these and just give them a little, dry them off a little bit, and then I've got some more sparkly stuff to add on top of that, so I'll be right back. Right, these are now dry. I don't know if you can see, but they have got a really nice little sheen to them, a little bit of sparkle in them. But I've got to add more sparkle. So I've got this little pot. It's by Art Alchemy, and it's called Sparks, I think is the range. Mermaid Sparkle. I think I used this possibly before when I was doing, I can't remember if I used it when I was doing my fairy journal, but it's really gorgeous. It's like a thick sparkly, it is a sort of paint, thick paint, I think. Now I had a little sponge and I can't find it. What have I done with it? Oh, there it is. It's got a little bit buried. Right, so I've got this little sponge. I did have a little play just to see if it worked with this sponge. This was the technique that Alison was using, so I thought I'd give it a go. Not tried doing this before. So, and it's a case of just splodging. Because I have another pot of this sparkly paste, also by Art Alchemy. It's called acrylic paint, this one. It's very similar. But this is Mermaid Teal. So this was Mermaid Sparkle, and this is Mermaid Teal. And as you can imagine, it's equally gorgeous. Oh, sorry about that. That was my phone. I better check, because I know people are trying to check in on me before I go into hospital, so I better just check in case I need to reply to that. So I'll be right back. Okay, yes, that was just one of my friends, just see how I'm doing. Right. The next thing I want to do is do a little bit of stenciling, but just in a couple of small places. So I've got this stencil I used before, which has got the snowflakes on. And I want to try and use just a couple of small ones with this teal, because it's such a deep colour. I don't want to use too much of it, but I do really want to use a little bit here and there. So I better do one at a time, I think. And just try and do just a couple of snowflakes here and there. I could stick some on. I have got some punched out, but they will add more dimension to this, and I don't really want to add too much dimension to these tags. First one came out a bit better, I think. So, but I'll leave these to dry now. Put those up here, out of the way. Put that one up there. And right, back to my little book. So we have in this middle pocket here, I've made a little tag that just fits in there nicely. I think I've made the strings are a bit long. I'm just going to try and match it a little bit up to this, so I think I need to trim that down a little bit. And then I just want to put a little, I think I'm going to do a stamp on here. Is that about the same? Yeah, so I'm just going to stamp. It's like a little foresty scene, and I have some little tiny stamps from my November kit. If you remember the November Your Creative Studio kit, came with these little tiny stamps. So I thought I'd put one of those on. Maybe even more than one, I don't know. So I could do this one and the baby. Put the baby down there and that one sort of further back. How about that? I think I'll do that. Don't know how well you can see that. They are very, very small, these stamps, but in this kind of thing they're ideal. I'm just going to, I've got a stamp block lurking around somewhere. This massive stamp block, so I'm just going to push that into the ink a little bit. And put little baby down here. And then push. Oops, it's probably smudged, hang on. Hope it hasn't, hope it didn't move. Use that to push that stamp on. Did it come out? Oh yeah, that's quite nice. It's really rather sweet, that. Okay, I've got another one here. This could be Mum. So she's going to be watching over him in the background a little bit, up here. So that way. Push that on a little bit. And there she is. Yeah, so that just finishes that off, I think. Nice little family. Okay. Keep that handy because I'm going to be doing a bit more stamping, I think. So I think that one's done. It doesn't need more than that because it's just a little tiny tag in a little tiny pocket. So that one's done. And then, okay, so this, in this side pocket here, I've already done this tag, so I've just, that was already from the kit, and all I did was add a little bit of lace, one of the tiny tabs. Actually the tab is a bit small really, but I just popped it on there anyway, and a little bit of doily and a snowflake just for the topper. So it's just going to pop in there like that. That one is done. Now in this pocket here, there's this pocket and this pocket, and these were really quite challenging to find something to fit, because it's at a slant, you can't get anything in very far. So I had to take one of the kit tags and I had to cut it down a fair bit to get it to go in, and even then it doesn't go in very far. But I think that looks alright like that, and I put a piece of this trim that I bought a little while ago. I think that works quite nicely on there. So there is a little bit of a blank space here. So I think I'm going to just stamp onto that, I think. So I think on this one, I'm going to use this stamp. This is a wooden stamp I had. It came as part of a set. I think that fits in quite nicely down there. So I'm just going to do that. Because I can't put anything too dimensional on here. I did. I am tempted to put a little little glitter on, but maybe I'll stamp him first and then just glitter around him, just so that he's done, and then I can just leave it to dry. So I think that's what I'll do. So let's just stamp him on there. Okay, and then I might put some silver glitter on this rather than the clear. Just perhaps put some dots around. And a few up here. Like silver snowflakes. There we are. There's when to stop. Okay. Little silver snowflakes. Can you see that? I'll just hold it up to the camera a little bit so see if you can see it. So it's just a little touch. Quite like that. So I'll leave that over here to dry. And let's go back to the other pocket. Now in the other pocket, I had this little journal card. And actually that goes in there quite nicely like that. But of course all you can see is this white area. So I want to do a little clustery thing on there. I have a few bits picked out, but I don't know if I can't remember what I was going to use now. So I've got this circle from the kit. And I've got a little bit of lace here. Now I had another little bit of lace, but I don't know what I've done with it. What did I do? Is that it? No. I remember if I was going to use... I think I had a bigger piece of lace. What did I do with it? Oh, no. Is that it? No. Maybe it was a piece of this. Is that the right way around? No. I don't know. I was thinking of something like that. No, I don't think it was that one. Behind my little... No, I want the... I don't think there's any particular direction for this circle. And then maybe a little snowflake or two. I'm sure I cut a piece off already, but I can't see it. So I'll use this. It's just a little touch of colour on that blank area. I'll do that. Something like that. Okay, that works for me. I think I'll get the Fabri-Tac in. Fabri-Tac. turquoise. And then this can go on here. Let's move that over a little bit, I think. Make sure we can see the lace from either side of the circle. Okay. And then I thought maybe a little sequin in the middle might be nice. So I have my little box of blingy bits of sequins and bits and pieces. Let's see what I can find to go in the middle. Got some little tiny sequins here. These are nice and flat. Well, I wonder about one of these little snowflakey bits. Stuck up a snowflake in the middle and a sequin in the middle of that. How would that look? I have some punch snowflakes as well, but maybe I'll use that. Okay, I'm going to do that. There. So I can get away with a little tiny blob of use my tool from that Rhonda sent me. It's been really useful with these little tiny sequins. So thank you, Rhonda, yet again, because I do use it. Even when I'm not doing these things on camera, I do use this quite a bit. Okay, so a little tiny sequin in the middle there. Okay, so I think that little cluster looks quite sweet. So I'm going to put that in the book. There we are. Just popping that out there. Right, the next page. Oh, well, this is where the tags go. So the two bigger tags that I'm still waiting to dry go in here. And then I have two little tags which I have made. I had to make these, I just made these from some book page and covered them both sides. So they're reasonably sturdy. But I had to make little ones because it's such a little pocket, so they go in there like that. So I was just going to add a little bit of something to them. Again, I can't add anything bulky or dimensional because they are very small. You know, the pockets are quite tight, is what I'm trying to say. So I was thinking I will do a little bit of stamping again. So what am I going to do on this one? I've got this little stamp here. It's like a little rabbit just standing to attention. I thought I might put him on there. Then on this one, I was thinking about the little squirrel. It's just in that corner there. There's not a lot of space to stamp on here because it's quite a dark one. But I thought I might be able to get my squirrel in down there in that corner. So that's what I think I'm going to do with these. Okay, so he's just going to be stood in that corner there, standing to attention. He may even be a hare, I'm not sure. You don't really see rabbits standing up very much, do you? So you can just about see him in amongst all the foliage. I don't know if you can see here. He is there. Can you see him? Okay. And then the squirrel. I'm just going to put him right down in this corner here. I hope he comes out okay. Yep, he's there. Again, I'm not sure how easy he is to see. He's just down there in that corner. It's just a little something extra on these tags because there's not really room to put anything else on them. And actually I think they look quite nice as they are. With the pretty, this is seam binding for the topper, which I really like. So I should do the same seam binding for the other tags to make it all match. And I should put one in here. And one at the bottom. There they are. Okay, so that's that's those tags. I think the stenciling is going to take a little while to dry, so I might have to get my heat gun out for those as well. But let's just carry on. So the pocket on the back of here, I've got this. This is the tag from the kit. It already beautifully decorated. It really didn't need anything else from me. It looks like somebody's already splattered some white paint on it to make snow. That wasn't me. That was already there. All these little white splatters. So all I've done is add a little bit of lace and another one of those snowflakes on the top there. And I think that just looks lovely, just poking out there. And again, I've got another one of these awkward corner pockets. There's just the one pocket here, but I've got one or two other little bits I thought I might pop in. So I had to make this tag because I had to make it narrow enough so that it would just fit in down the side there. And it just goes in. It's quite a thin one, but it just goes in there. But it does need a little something extra, doesn't it? To make it stand out a little bit more. I'm not quite sure what I was going to do with that one. Well, I don't think I've decided. So I'm thinking, sorry, got a frog in my throat today. I'm wondering about a few random snowflakes on this one. I'm trying to pick one up here and it's not working. What? Well, I got some snowflakes punched out of some blue glittery card. So I wonder about just popping a few of those about just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. And then maybe I'll edge it around with something glittery or shiny. Right. I'm just going to pop these on, I think. So there we are. Now I just want to put a little something around the edge of these. Now I've got my shimmer paste. I think that might be make it a bit thick. I might just... No, I don't want the silver. I think I'm going to use a bit of this clear glitter just around the edges, but not make it too thick. Spread it out a little bit. Right, there we are. Another tag that needs to be dry. Left to dry for a bit. But I think that will do nicely. It's just got that little bit of sparkle around the edge. Okay. Back to my little book. What else can I sparkle up and decorate up a little bit more? So that's that one. So this one, so that's the one I've just made, going to go in here. And I have a couple of other little pieces of ephemera I thought I'd just add to that. These came in the November Yours Creative Studio kit. This has got nothing to do with winter, but I like the colour. I thought it popped in there quite nicely, so I'm going to use that. And then, no, not that. Then I had this piece, and it's got a bit of red in it, and there's red in the kit. You know, red on the papers. But I'm not entirely sure what it means. It's in German. Some of it I still understand. It's been a long time since I've done German. But it says frostboil in there. And frost, well, that's wintry. So I'm assuming it's something to do with, I don't know, frostbite maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I thought I'd pop that in as well. Into that little, so it just fills up that pocket. So I've got the tag to go here. And then these couple of other little pieces of ephemera that I will just pop in there, I think. And on this page, so I've got a few bits here. So we've got this pocket here, this little side pocket down at the bottom. So I took one of the kit tags, cut it right down, because it's a very specific size, this, quite narrow. And then I just decorated up a little bit with a bit of painted book page and one of the cut aparts from the kit. Little snowflake there and a topper. So that should hopefully slide in here. Sometimes it will and sometimes it won't. It's quite a tight pocket. And it slid in better when I hadn't put anything on the front. But I think it goes in just about. There we go. It's in. That's in there. And then I've got a couple of these tags. So this tag, I think it's fine as it is, because it's got the, I don't know whatever he is, the crow, raven, quite fierce looking winter bird anyway, or blackbird. I might put a little bit of sparkle on the snowflake there. I think I put a little bit of silver sparkle on, just because. I'm just going to spread it out a little bit. But that's all I'm going to do on here. Now I would have put a topper on, but it will cover up his face. So I'm not going to. Just going to leave it like that. So that goes in here. Now this tag, as you can see, is very empty around this area. So that needs something. So I think I'm going to have to do a bit more stamping. Now, I'm not quite sure what ones I'm going to use for this. So I have this bird, but it's really out of proportion to the other birds, unless I have it right down here. I also have another one of these teeny tiny stamps. Maybe I'll put a couple of those on again. I do quite like these. I had 4 of them. I've used 2, so maybe I can use 2 more. I don't know. I don't know which one. What one? Oh, it doesn't really matter what one I used before, does it? Or, oh, I have another one that I haven't used yet. Maybe I'll use that. I've got this leaping stag reindeer, maybe he is. I don't know if he's meant to be Christmassy. Maybe I could put him on there. Just leaping about. and then I might put some sparkle on the snow. Because I really don't want to bulk this up too much. I could put a bit of lace, I suppose, across the bottom. No, it's not colourful enough. I'm wondering whether to put a bit of this, because on the other piece I have got this lace, and maybe I could put a bit of the same lace on there. Maybe that would be the thing to do. Or maybe a bit of doily. How would that go? Bit of doily. Don't know, I'm faffing a little bit now. I like the idea of something with a bit of colour on here that isn't too bulky. Just I don't want to do just the doily on its own, do I? Perhaps I've got a little something in the kit that would go on here. Maybe a little label. Oh, I did cut him out of something or other. Another stag. Oh, he might go on there, mightn't he? Okay, we're going to do that. Ooh, I had a thought. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put a little spray of something on there. Just because I'm seeing it sitting there looking at me, and I'm thinking, oh, I quite like. No, I don't want that one though. I think I want this one. Oh, what have I done? I put the wrong top on it, haven't I? No, it's got wedged. Ah, well, that's not going to work. I'll have to figure that out. Don't know how I'm going to do that, but probably I'll end up going, Richard, can you sort this out for me? Because that's usually what happens when I do something stupid or get something stuck. He has to help. It's very good like that. Ooh. So I'm just going to put a little squirt of this on there. Hope it doesn't go everywhere. Move everything out the way. Whoop. Okay. And now we'll do a little bit of dabbing. Okay. That's brought a little colour in, hasn't it? And then I was going to put a bit of, where'd it gone? I'm going to put a bit of doily on. So I might do that. There is. It's not a lot of shine in this one, but I did bring in a little bit of colour, so that's all right. I'm just having fun here. Just playing. And it's my last chance for a little while. I'm going to miss this so much. I'm going to miss hanging out with all of you. And just playing in my craft room. It's going to be difficult. I have this little I suppose he's a stag that I've I cut out of, I don't know, one of the ephemera pieces, and then I didn't use him. So, but I think he works rather well here. So I'm going to put him on there. I knew he'd come in handy at some point, because the place I was going to put him, when I cut him out, I didn't like where, you know, it didn't look right because he was black and white. But on here, with a bit of colour behind him, he stands out quite well. Let's trim off the bits of doily that I don't need. Oop. Not sure what's going on there, but right. Yeah, that's better. Yep, happy with that. I might add a few touches of glitter again. No, let's go for the silver again. Quite like the silver. Again, just a few little bits. Little touches of sparkle here and there. No, I'm not going to glitter him, just going to put a little bit of glitter around. Just touches. Nothing too much. Okay, so I'm going to call that one done. Oh, put the paper on top of the tag that was glittered up before, so I'll move that out of the way. Right. So I think I might have to give that a moment to dry as well, just because I'll put that little bit of glitter on. I've got a whole pile of them now, all drying up in front of me. And this one as well. So that one's going to go up here. Right, so I'll come back to that. Oh, I've got one I can put in because I've already done that. So I had this little, it's a funny shape one. I followed the shape that was on the in the kit, but it's rather a weird shape, but it doesn't really matter. And that will just tuck in there quite nicely into that corner. And if I just pull it out, I did add a little piece that was from the kit. It was a little cut out piece with the owl on it. So I put it under and just tucked it under that bit of lace, and it just peeks out in the pocket there. Okay, and it's actually similar to this one here. So on these two torn pockets. So this is a nice piece from the kit. It looks a bit like a bookmark or something, but I thought that just works just as it is. And again, this is a journal card from the kit. I just added a piece of lace as a little tab. And I'm just going to pop those in there like that, and that one's done. And again, I think we're at the end. So, not quite sure. Oh yes, I know. So this is a postcard. Now the postcard was about this wide. It was quite a bit wider, but I really liked it. So I've made it work. I didn't want to put it in that way. I wanted it to go in the right way up. So I cut it to fit, and I popped it in like that, and you've got him sort of poking out, and you can still see him. And I've just left it as it is, because I don't think it needs anything else. I think it looks really nice. So I've popped that in there. So the carte postale bit is slightly off centre, but I'm not worried about that. And I've got this last little tag, which I made. So I cut him out, popped him on there. The rest of it is the actual tag that came in the kit. Put the little topper on, and that one goes in this pocket here, like so. So again, that was one of the tags from the kit that I just had to cut down to fit into this pocket, like that. And there it is. That's all the everything made. Just a few drying. So I'll be back in a moment when they're all dry, and we'll pop those last few bits in where they belong. So I'll be right back. Right, my little tags are all dry now, so I thought I'd better just pop them back into the book. So there's one to go in this pocket, and I'm trying to remember now which ones go where. I think this was the one, because it's the same little bird, just more faded out. So that's going to pop in here. That just goes in there like that. So it only just fits, but I think that will be fine like that. And you can still see this little card poking out. And then on this page, these are the ones I did the mixed media on. So we've got a little bit more to do on those. So I will just put this to one side for a moment and get them back out again, because I do want to do a little bit of stamping on these using those stag deer stamps that I got from the November Your Creative Studio kit. So one of them I want to put the big one on. So I've just got to see which one it fits on best. So I think it might go best on here. And on the other one, I'm going to just dot about lots of little ones, all these little ones. I'm just going to dot them all over, because that's what I feel like doing. I think. Will it go on there best, or will it go on here best? Oh, it might go on there better, actually. Maybe that will look better. And then just dot these about on here. I think. Because then it goes further down the bottom, or it goes up there. I think that would go on either, really, wouldn't it? It's a pity I haven't got another big one. The only other big one that came in the kit was a bit weird, and I don't want to use it. So, which one shall I put it on? I could put it on both, I know, but I don't want them to be exactly the same. So if you put that in, it would just be... No, I think I'm going to do it on here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Just get a bit of paper just to put behind it. Just so that I'm not stamping on my mat. I'm trying to keep it clean. I'm not succeeding awfully well, but I'm trying. I wasn't sure which ink would be the best one to use on top of all this paint, so I did have a trial run, and I tried the StazOn. Now either my StazOn is just so old it's not coming out, whatever, but it did not come out very well, but the archival did, so that's what I'm sticking with. Now I'm just going to put that and get him central. Put him on there like that. And I'm going to get my stamp block, so I've got something to really push down with, and I don't really want it to slip. I hope it didn't slip. I think the block slipped. I don't think the stamp did, but we will see. Okay, take that off. Fingers crossed. Well, it's not brilliant. Didn't come out as well as when I did it in my trial run, but I think it will have to do. It's a shame. Just along here it's a little bit faded out, but oh well. I can't really redo it, or could I? No, I'll just make a mess of it, won't I? There you go, don't do it. Anyway, that will be fine. So that's that one. And then on this one, I was just going to use some of these little ones. Not the baby, I don't think. I've got various sizes of antlers these have got. So I'm going to do the big fella with the biggest antlers first. Do a couple of him. I think this block just helps me to push it into the ink a little bit. Right, so these two are now finished, and yeah, I'm reasonably happy with those. They're not perfect, but then what is? Certainly not in my world. So I'm just going to pop these into their pockets. So one goes in the back here. Probably could have done with trimming that down just a little bit, actually. I thought that fitted perfectly. It sticks out rather, the tab sticks out rather a lot, doesn't it? I wonder if I can just trim it down a little bit. Have a look at this side. Yeah, I think I might just have to just trim them down a touch so they tuck in a bit more. Okay, they're going in now. No more fiddling. They're just going in to the pockets. They just fit in just a little bit better now. Should have cut them down a little bit before I started messing about with them, shouldn't I, really? Never mind. Okay, let's move on. So we have this pocket with these two little extra pieces of ephemera in, and I'm just trying to remember which one went in there. I think it was this one. And I'm just going to pop that in behind that. So you've got a bit of red here, got the red on the bird here, and so it all ties in nicely. A bit of red writing there, so I think that looks nice there. And then on here, so I had already put this one in this pocket, so I've just got my couple of tags to put in this middle pocket, haven't I? So I've got the bird with a sparkly snowflake there. It's just going to go in like that. So I don't want it to completely cover up this corner piece. And then I'm going to pop that in behind there at the top. That goes in like that. I think I might just angle him a bit because it only goes down as far as this pocket. It looks like it should go all the way around, but this is actually glued across here, so it doesn't actually go down as far as you think it's going to go. So that's going to go in like that. These were done, and these are done. So that's it. That was the last of the tags. So yeah, it's all done. We'll do a little quick flip through the whole thing, and then I will say goodbye, and I'll be off for the next few weeks. Right, so here we go. It is a little bit bulky now. You can see it's not too bad. I can hold it together. I don't think I'm going to put a closure on it, because I'm not sure how I'd attach it anyway, and I'm not sure it really warrants it. But so we've got Autumn Wonder right at the beginning, and we've got a bent up piece of leaf here, which I need to sort out. I hope I'm not going to find too many things I need to fix as I go along. This is meant to be a little quick flip through at the end of this video, which is already long enough. Okay, glued that down. I need to glue this down too. Don't know why I didn't before. There we are, all glued. A little bit of Autumn Wonder. I love both of these kits. They're both absolutely fabulous. All the colours, absolutely gorgeous. Little squirrel. I do love a squirrel. There's my little fairy tags. Yeah, I really like those. And I have these little tags in here as well. Into this. This is your 6 pocket page. Really sweet little bunny there. Tag at the top here. Just popping out. And then there's a postcard in here. And then there's another card almost disappearing in there. The bingo card with the owl. Probably could do with putting a little tab on that, but I haven't, and I'm not going to do it now. Then I've got a couple of bits in here. Oh, that's coming through the bottom. Look at that. I think I need to seal that up pocket. I'll do that off camera. So a couple of pieces of ephemera in this one. And another one at the back here. And I've got to remember to come back and glue that pocket down. And then here we are in the middle with my little tag on this side and a corresponding little tag on this side with the little deer on. And then I did want to put a bit more of this on there, but I mean you could go back and just endlessly add bits, and I don't think I'm going to now. I'm going to, if I had more time, I might want to do more embellishing. But it's already fat enough, I think. And so here's a tag, my journal card here. Yeah, it's already quite fat, so I really don't think any more embellishing is the way to go, tempting though it is. So I've got my 4 tags in here. Tag and a couple of little ephemera pieces in that pocket. A couple of tags and a journal card in this pocket. Another journal card down, another tag down here in this little narrow long pocket. A couple of bits in here. They could all be decorated a bit more if I felt so inclined, but as I say, it's all got bulky enough, I think, already. This is quite a sparkly page. I don't know if it's picking it up on camera, but it is very sparkly, this page, with all the glitter glue I added when I did the decorating. And there's a nice little postcard in there and a little tag in here. And there we are. I'm not going to decorate these bits anymore. So that is finally finished. It's been quite a long project in the fact that it was interrupted by Christmas in the middle. It took me quite a while to make the thing, do all the pockets and then decorate them and do the 2 different halves. But I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I think it's just a bit of a different project. I'll pop that down here a little bit more. Yeah, it's quite an unusual little project. It's a bit different. I've not done one like these before, and I'd quite like to do one again. So there we are. That's my autumn-winter altered book, all done and finished. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you again in a few weeks' time when all is well, and I will do my little face-to-face. Don't forget to add any little questions or any little things you want me to ask me about, if you want me to talk about anything on the face-to-face. Otherwise, I'll just ramble on about whatever's been going on, really. So it won't be a long video, I don't think, unless I get carried away and talk about everything. But I shall hopefully see you then. Bye for now.